It's kind of wild when you think about it. Just 5 years ago, AI was mostly stuff we saw in the movies. Now, it's everywhere. It's helping write our emails, it's creating incredible art from just a few words, it's completely woven into our lives. But that was the last 5 years. The pace is only getting faster. So what's next? That's what we're here to figure out. What is AI actually going to look like in the next 5 years?
And I mean, just look at this timeline. The acceleration is just staggering. We went from these foundational models in 2020 to this absolute explosion of creativity and language just a couple of years later. The speed is almost hard to comprehend. So that's the real question for us today, right? If this is what just happened, what on earth is coming next?
All right, so here's our roadmap. We're going to look at 4 huge transformations. First, how AI goes from a simple assistant to a true thinking agent. Then we'll get into how it's going to merge our creative world with our physical one. After that, how all this power actually ends up in your pocket, totally offline. And finally, the biggest leap of all, AI becoming an extension of you.
Okay, let's get into our first big shift. Right now, we see AI as something we tell what to do, something we command. But the future is about AI evolving from just a helpful tool into something completely different, a truly autonomous partner.
This right here, this is the whole game. Today's AI is incredible, don't get me wrong. It's a tool. You give it a command, you get a response. Ask it to write a draft, it writes a draft. Simple. But future AI, it's all about goals. You don't give it a command, you give it an objective, and it figures out all the steps to get there by itself.
So the technical term for this is agent-level AI. And what that really boils down to is a system that doesn't just do one thing. It can plan, it can execute a whole series of complex steps, and this is the really mind-blowing part, it learns from its mistakes along the way, all without you having to hold its hand.
Let's make this real. Imagine, instead of telling an AI to design a logo, you just say, "Start a business for me." That's the goal. The agent then maps it all out. It creates the brand, it builds the entire website, and it even sets up and runs the customer support. See the difference? It's not just a doer anymore. It's a manager. It's a strategist.
And this goes way beyond just getting work done. As these AIs start to understand the full context of your life, your history, your preferences, what you're trying to achieve, they change. They evolve from a simple tool to a companion that knows what you need, and eventually to a trusted advisor that's helping you solve problems you didn't even see coming.
Okay, so we've got these incredibly smart AI agents. What happens when we unleash them on the world? Well, that's our second big transformation. This is about how AI is going to fundamentally reshape not just the stuff on our screens, but the actual physical world around us. So first up in the creative world, get ready for an absolute explosion. We are not talking about little text blurbs or simple images anymore. In 5 years, we're talking about AI generating entire feature films, complete albums of music, deeply interactive games, all from a single prompt. It's like having an infinite creative partner that can bring any idea to life. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Our entire relationship with media is about to flip on its head. We're moving away from being a passive audience that just consumes what's given to us, to becoming active creators. Entertainment won't be something you just watch. It'll be something you conjure up yourself. Your story, your vision, made real in an instant. But this power doesn't stay on the screen. It's bleeding into the real world. Seriously. Think about factories that run themselves, that manage their own inventory, or medical systems that can predict you're going to get sick weeks before you feel any symptoms. This is AI as the operating system for our physical world, making everything smarter, faster, and more efficient. So, this leads to a really important question. With all this incredible power, where is it all going to live? In some massive corporate-owned data center? Well, maybe not. The future of AI, and this is our third big shift, is going to be personal, totally private, and, surprisingly, offline. And this is the revolution right here. We're seeing the dawn of these incredibly powerful, yet really small, AI models that run completely on your own devices. Your phone, your laptop. That means all your data, all your interactions, everything stays with you. It never has to go to the cloud. No cloud means no tracking. It's that simple. So why is this such a game changer? Well, the implications are just huge. For you and me, it means real, actual privacy is possible again. For companies, it's a new world of data security. For entire countries, it means they can control their own digital destiny. It's about giving power back to the individual,
creating a private space for you to think and create that is 100% your own.
And all of this, the agents, the creativity, the privacy, it all leads to our final and maybe most profound transformation. This is the point where this technology stops being just a thing we use and starts becoming part of who we are.
Think about it. When this private AI lives on your device, with you, day in and day out, it learns. Not in a generic way. It learns you. It'll know your sense of humor, the way you phrase things, your memories, your ambitions. It stops being a generic assistant and becomes a kind of digital reflection of your own mind, a true extension of yourself.
Let that one sink in for a second. This is where the whole game shifts. It's not going to be about which company built the biggest, baddest AI. The real advantage, the real competition, will be about how well you've cultivated your own personal AI, how well you've trained it to be the ultimate co-pilot for your own life.
So you see, in the end, this isn't just about getting better tools. It's about redefining what we're capable of, and maybe even redefining our own identities. 5 years from now, the most critical question won't be, what can AI do for us? It's going to be the question we all have to answer for ourselves. What do we choose to become with it?